Work starts today on this rear quarter, which is full of body filler and has rusted behind that. Wish me luck. This is my first time doing any form of bodywork, so we'll no doubt learn a little together today. Hopefully not too much from mistakes I've made. Welcome back into Browney's garage as we continue trying to save my first car, Monty, an EV Fairmont. I had planned to do a complete rear quarter panel swap on this, but a few of you reached out and encouraged me to try repairing this one on there. Gotta be honest, I'm still not sure I can do that because I've never straightened any sort of panel. And I have a lot of respect for people that can. There's some real skill in it. But I am normally a big believer that you can learn to do almost anything. So maybe this is a good one to start on. As long as I don't do damage to anything around it, I guess there's not much to lose. Worst case scenario, we go back to the full replace plan, and I've only lost some time and any money for tools I've bought because I have nothing really for this. So it's only time and money, neither of which I have a lot of. Yep, I really hope this works. I'm going to start by stripping the panel back to bare metal and seeing just what we're dealing with. We'll have an even better idea then whether this is even possible for me to do. Well, that went fairly well, and we're getting an idea. Most of the thicker stuff is gone. Part optimistic, part overwhelmed at this point. It's hard to show the damage, but it is largely in this back lower section and along the bottom body line as well. And the rest of it's obviously pushed in because of that slightly, I think. Check out the size of a few of these chunks I got off. These would be really satisfying if it wasn't my car and I was crying on the inside when they come off. I have measured some of it, and the thickest of it seems to be around 6mm, which from a quick search is right around the maximum thickness. It does seem to have cracked in spots, which I think suggests as well that it was too thick, and where this is cracked is where it's rusted underneath. You can see where it's cracked through there, it's cracked through there, cracked along here. Next up is the messy part, getting rid of the rest of that and tidying it up. The car will go outside now for that, and I'll use a stripper disc on a grinder, which I've already tested a little up here because I couldn't help myself. This is a new toy to me. I had to try it out. And yes, I'll be sure to wear protective gear this time. And this is what we end up with after far too long stripping it back. Gonna be hard to see a lot of it on camera, but I'll run you through it. This top body line all looks pretty good and straight, so that's a win. The section through here has a few small ripples sort of around here, a few small low spots, but nothing too major. Same with this body line along here. That's fairly good. A bit of a low spot in here somewhere, but not too bad. The worst of it, I think, is this section here, if you can see it. So that goes in there. Camera isn't really doing it justice, but you can see it goes in there. It's in along here as well. And it's in all around this section, so that's knocked in, that's showing it a bit better, and lower body line right across the bottom here needs some work. It should be coming out a bit, but you can see it even goes in here. So I think that's where I'll start with just hammers, trying to bring that bottom line out where I can access it from the back side, and we'll see what we can get out of that. We're not too far off, we're not aiming for perfection, we just need better. Turns out, past me had something similar in mind. Stashed away, I found this cheap set of body hammers I'd had for who knows how long without using them. I know I mentioned it, but it is really hard to show the damage on camera with bare metal. Certainly not the worst, but that whole lower section is a bit how you're going the whole way, and made it hard for a hack like me to know where it should be. I started on what could be easily accessed, with decent sections of this panel being behind other metal making it harder, but there is some access to most of it. Some tools were also improvised, as per normal around here, mostly for the spots I couldn't reach, like this tape wrapped crowbar. To be fair, from the few bodyworking videos I'd briefly seen, there was actually a bit of this finding and making tools work for all your needs going on. Not sure that's what they wanted me to take away, but that's what I got. Believe it or not, this is many hours of mucking around later. I've scuffed it with a Scotch-Brite pad to try help see the details better, but it's still likely going to be pretty unsatisfying on camera, so sorry about that. It is tough to see in person too. 6 or 7 millimeters really isn't a lot, but the more I've worked and compared this quarter to the one still on the ED, the more I saw that it had lost a bit of shape with the filler removed. It should have a bit of a curve out and back in, both front to back and top to bottom in this lower section. But it was fairly flat before, and we're now starting to get some of that back. I just have to remember, and hopefully you all watching can go with me on this too, that this won't be back to perfectly straight just in the metalwork. I think that's why I got so hung up on trying to swap the whole quarter panel out to get back to that metal straight finish. Now, I'm sure I know it's possible to perfectly straighten this, but I don't have the experience to do it, and I don't even think it's necessary really. With a bit more work, I'll be at a stage where I can hopefully throw some epoxy primer over the whole quarter to make it all one color, and that'll give us a much better idea of how it's gone so far. We'll have minimized the work the filler needs to do by then to hopefully within the guidelines, and we can move to that step for finishing the shape and smoothing everything out. But for that, I need some new toys in the form of a spray gun and various materials, all sorts of bits and pieces, and a heap of learning off camera. All of which are on the way, but in the meantime, I don't need all of that to spray a rattle can. I don't want to use something like this on the quarter. These are for another small job I've been itching to get to. I'm slowly trying to tidy this engine bay a little, and to me, there's one glaring issue right now. Those poor, crusty looking headers. These are Pacemaker 4480s, great headers, but
like most of them, that signature blue has been replaced by plenty of surface rust. Well, that and the one fiberglass heat-wrapped pipe. I'd intended to do all of them like this to try stop it from melting the accelerator and cruise cables, like you can see on this now seized cruise cable, but I guess younger me got sidetracked with something else. So things haven't really changed much, have they? These pacemakers are now going to come out to be given a freshen up, so anything in the way like the steering shaft, those cables and spark plug wires are moved. And of course I got motivation to start all of that on a stinking hot day. Brilliant. But the real pain was just about to start. Trust me when I say this, I spent hours stripping these back with Y wheels and stripping discs, and I'm now having dreams at night of owning my own sandblasting cabinet for this sort of thing. There's just so much area and too many hard to reach spots. All that work though leaves them looking like this, and before anyone says it, I will never polish a set of headers like this. They may get ceramic coated one day, but I expect we may modify these a little in future. So for now, the spots I couldn't reach are finished and it's all scuffed with sandpaper and ready to shoot in a high temp paint. Hours of prep for minutes of paint. I'm going to stop and just enjoy watching this a sec.
And they are not easy to spray. All the different levels, obviously, I'm trying to get into stuff and then, you know, spraying along something's further back and you come up to something that's real close. I keep doing that on one spot in particular. It's probably a really obvious spot once it's in the car, but I'm not telling you guys where it is because hopefully it'll look good on camera, and actually it's looking okay in person too. I might get away with it. Looks better than the rust anyway.
Engine bay was given a quick wipe over and it's back in they go. Worth noting that I have wrapped the accelerator cable more to try prevent damage for now, but I think I'll look into an option to make one custom length to instead run along the flywheel and tidy the look up a bit more. All back assembled, and for such a simple job, that has made a huge difference in the look of things.
There it is. I once again got sidetracked and finished on a job I didn't expect to, or in this case, didn't even need to touch. And I wonder where all my time and money goes. I'm really glad I did that though, and I think that's just how this car is going to progress. Constant improvements, even if it's just little things, then eventually we might turn a heap of those little wins into a big win. It's actually been really satisfying thinking that there are so many little things I can gradually touch up to get this car looking or going better. We'll get there. So, what will be coming next? The idea at this stage is to continue working away on that rear quarter as I have time here and there and supplies show up. I don't want to rush it too much and make myself more work with mistakes. And I'm still learning every aspect really of this body work and paint as I go, so that slows it down quite a lot. If progress is too slow on that, you may just see me mix in, another side job like we did here in the next video. I do also have parts coming for a few jobs on the Turbo BA as well, so that will be coming too. I'm really hoping to do a few upgrades and get that back to the track, but this time with a very special guest driver. There's a bit of a deadline on that. I hope I can pull it off because it will make a killer video, but that will all make more sense if I manage to make it work. Until then, I hope you too can keep chipping away at your own project or making steps towards starting it one day. Hope to see you all in the next one, and as always, thank you very much for watching, guys. Cheers.